Hello, welcome back to Bike Bible with me, John. So today we're going to be taking a look at this behind me, which is the Flux jersey and bib shorts made by KALF. Now this kit was sent to me by Evan Cycles for a purpose of review. When I first got the kit and took it out the wrapping, I was pleasantly surprised by the actual feel of the material, the actual quality of everything. The print ranging from the blues going straight down, it's very nicely done. Everything runs around quite perfectly. It's a sublimation type print for the jersey on this, which means you can sometimes get, if it's done in a dodgy fashion, you get the odd lines here, there and everywhere where the print has not covered the material properly. This doesn't suffer from that at all, so KALF have done a very nice job on their end of things for that. Also, I do like the implementation of the logo as well. It's quite subtle. It's kind of like a iridescent type of vinyl done around the neck, also on the back of the jersey and along the side of the legs as well on the bib shorts. Cool effect. Obviously, when light shines against it, you're gonna be a little bit more visible with them glowing. Out in the open, however, it blends in quite nicely with the kit. It doesn't take away from the actual design, which I think is pretty cool. And lastly, to talk about the bibs, I did like the actual straps for the bib shorts. Rather than being like a full back material going up towards this part on your back here, towards like a few inches below the bottom of your neck, it's just straps going up. Okay, so I'm giving you now my first impressions actually using the kit. It's been a short ride that I've used the KALF Flux kit for, around about 10 miles or so. First impressions though, yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it. Feels nice on the top, doesn't feel like it's hugging me too much, but at the same time it's not flapping all over the place. The sleeves, I think I said this in the beginning, but yeah, they do feel a bit on the loose side. I think what they've used for the bib shorts, the elastication around the legs, they could have really used something similar-ish to maybe on the top, but that's my say. But yeah, well ventilated as well. I've not mentioned that already. And the bibs, yeah, they feel great. Quite nice. Don't feel the padding does its thing. To put it kindly, it does do its thing. But what I thought about the legs being a bit on the tight side, to be honest, that was just a concern that I shouldn't have had. So it feels quite nice. So yeah, it's only been a short ride up to now. So yeah, I'll end it there for now. I'm gonna go and do a longer ride at the weekend, and then yeah, we can take it on from there. Okay, so on a longer ride at the moment. I'm in the same spot, ironically, as when I did the first thoughts on the shorter ride. Few things to be said. Some of it is partially down to myself, but I'm trialing the kit out in a few different scenarios, so you can take this into account for your own needs, whether the kit's going to be right for you or not in terms of performance when you're riding. First off, I've noticed if you've got heavy items in your jersey, the front has a tendency to ride up basically on the front ever so slight. It's not doing it all the time, but it is doing it sometimes. I've noticed it does it a lot when I'm changing position on the saddle. That's point number one. Point number two is down to it. The shorts feel great, don't get me wrong, they feel really good. However, I've done a lot of mileage this week, or more mileage than I normally do anyway. I've done about, at this point, probably around about 200 miles so far this week. We're on Saturday at the moment. And I'm getting a few saddle sores, but I think that is partially more down to me
wearing and tearing as opposed to the shorts doing anything. The first ride that I did with them, he felt great. I did 10 miles on the way into work, 15 miles on the way home. They felt great throughout the day, but that was earlier in the week. Later in the week, it's with a few more miles under my belt and minimal sort of respite, if you like. The shorts are probably being put through the paces a bit more now, and on the saddle, it's like I'm having to move around to give myself a bit of extra comfort. But it's what it is. Other than that, though, the actual kit feels rather great to ride, and the temperature is probably around about 17, 18 at the moment. It's building up. If I'm putting a little bit of pace down, the air is. I've got ventilation inside of the, around the armpit area, and the air's attacking the jersey quite nicely as well. So, in the warmer weather, it's going to keep you a little bit cooler than some of the other things that it'll keep you quite cool, I reckon, compared to other jerseys I've had in the past where you feel like you're in a bit of a boiler suit at the best of times in hot weather. This is keeping up rather well. The shorts are still around I think I mentioned something about the seam around the legs, and that's not causing me any issues, to be honest. It's a little bit on the tight side around the seam around the legs, but overall they're holding on quite well. It's not causing me any discomfort or anything in that respect, so kudos on that. Just going back to the jersey I'll save the jersey thought for me final thoughts, if you like. I'm going to wrap up now anyway and start heading back, back to me in the garage.
There you go, and then my thoughts on while I was out actually riding, and now I'm going to give you my overall final thoughts. So, as I stated on the final ride, which was actually this morning, to be honest, I did notice the front of the jersey riding up, so I still reckon if they had some sort of gripper type material running along the front of the seam on the jersey, that jersey's going to stay down in a comfort sort of fitment for a person. Either that or don't wear heavy objects in your pockets. Also the arms, again, because I've gone for comfort, it is a little bit baggy on there as I'm actually standing upright, and you'll notice that in one of the photos that I would have put up in this video, or put up now in fact. Standing upright, they look kind of baggy. Rest assured, however, when you're actually sat down on the bike, and you can see it with this, I've got baggy baggy sleeves on my t-shirt here. Now it looks like that at the moment. Now if I crouch down onto the bike like this, onto my hoods or onto my flat, if I'm in a generally aggressive sort of position, them sleeves do actually tighten up, and that happens exactly with this kit as well. So that's if you're going for a comfort sort of fitting with this jersey and not a race fit. Besides from them things to point out, and there is another thing coming up in a minute, but I'll get on to positives of this kit. Ventilation on the jersey is very good. We're in hot temperatures at the moment, so that's a big plus for this time of year. Also, because of the straps not taking up a lot of surface area on your back as well, for your bib shorts, I do think that does help a lot with ventilation as well, so that's a plus as well. The fitting around the legs is absolutely spot on as well. Originally they felt kind of tightish on me, the actual seam along the bottom of the legs for the bib shorts did, but it didn't obstruct anything. It didn't cause me any discomfort when out on the bike, so that's a plus as well. The padding, it's not the best I've ever come across, truth being told. However, I didn't get any discomfort either, so I can only put that down to being a neutral standpoint. but you know, I've come across kits in the same sort of price region of this before now, and I've still got discomfort on medium-ish rides and longer rides as well. So this fares better in comparison to them other mid-range price bracket sort of kits as well. So it's neutral, but up the upper limit of neutral, leaning more towards positive if you like. And yeah, generally speaking, the performance of the kit is very good. Also, the fabric feels nice as well, as I've said before now. So, again, yeah, overall, I'm happy with the kit. But I do want to be transparent with one thing here. So, I came across something after my commutes, and I'll be transparent. I came across something, and then I've done research into this afterwards. So, basically, I'll tell you what the other people have said first, after me researching once I've come across the issue myself. What other people have said is when they've had either a tight jersey or been wearing this jersey with like a backpack or a rucksack or something like that for commuting purposes. Basically, if a jersey is extremely tight around you, the straps basically start fraying away at the actual fabric on the jersey. This has not only happened to KALF jerseys, however, but it's also happened with other jerseys as well. So it's not a quality control sort of thing with KALF. It's something that goes along with the whole idea of strap, like full strap type bib shorts, if you like. But yeah, it basically the straps fray away even at the actual fabric on the jerseys. I did come across the fray on this particular jersey, and I'll show you firsthand as well. Now, it was a heavy backpack. I'm putting this down to being the reason why I've actually encountered this. So I'll show you from the inside because that's where it comes up more. So if you look, centre of the jersey right now, you can see a square, and that is basically where the backpack has been rubbing against the jersey, and then that's ultimately been rubbing against the straps on my jersey, the straps on my bib shorts. So, as I said, this is a known thing. However, with other straps on bib shorts like these ones here. So if you're going for this type of sort of bib shorts, make sure that you're using it purely for rides, not for commuting. Okay, so with everything said and done, I want to thank Evan Cycles for sending this kit in for the purpose of this review. Now, if you're the sort of rider who's looking for a mid-range price tag sort of kit where it looks great, feels great, has decent ventilation, or good ventilation on it even, and good padding on it as well, then yeah, you can get this kit from Evan Cycles. Links are down in the description below. Yeah, if you've liked this video as well, then please feel free to give us a like or a thumbs up. Also, if you want to see more content like this as well, then please feel free to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell symbol next to the subscribe button as well. To the side of me, you have got links to other social media that we're on, including our website, and below that you've also got previous uploads. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. I've been John, you've been watching Bike Bible, and yeah, have a good one.